My name is Beatrice Eyom, and I am the UN Women Representative to Nigeria and ECOWAS. Each year, from November 25th to December 10th, the global community commemorates the 16 days of activism to highlight the urgent need for advocacy and action against gender-based violence. This year's theme, Towards Beijing Plus 30, Unite to End Violence Against Women and Girls, aims to raise awareness about ending violence against women and girls, encourage individuals and organizations to take action, call for stronger laws and better enforcement, and emphasize the importance of investing in women's rights movements. We must also address the horrific killings of women and girls due to their gender, known as femicide. Despite global efforts to eliminate this issue, violence against women and girls remains widespread, particularly in Nigeria. This campaign is essential. We must continue the fight against gender-based violence. While we are making progress, the situation could worsen if we do not remain vigilant. According to the 2018 Nigerian Demographic and Health Survey, NDHS, 31% of women aged 15 to 49 have experienced physical violence, and 9% have faced sexual assault. Additionally, emotional violence is the worst form of violence against women in this age group, affecting 52.3% of them. This translates to tens of millions of women suffering various forms of violence. UNICEF reports that 6 out of every 10 children in Nigeria experience some form of violence, including sexual violence, female genital mutilation, and violent discipline. Women do not only endure violence against themselves, they also suffer from the violence faced by their children. So, why is it important to fight against gender-based violence? In Nigeria, the cost of gender-based violence is estimated at 1.5% of the national gross domestic product. This translates to billions of naira lost every year. That is why UN Women prioritizes interventions to combat gender-based violence, GBV. One initiative involves collaboration with traditional councils and local community leaders to promote collective action against gender-based violence. These leaders have organized town hall meetings in their communities to denounce harmful cultural practices that perpetuate violence against women and girls. UN Women has maintained its partnership with the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development to foster national conversations and advocate for policy changes aimed at ending violence against women and girls. A UN Women-supported data hub established in the ministry is providing GBV data to enhance interventions and advocacy. We have also worked with state ministries of women's affairs and civil society organizations to create coordination mechanisms that strengthen GBV interventions across Nigeria. Furthermore, UN Women is investing in behavioral change initiatives to address social norms that support violence against women and girls. These initiatives, popular radio drama call-in program, This Matter, which airs nationwide on Radio Nigeria and local stations in various languages. Collaborating with the media has led to increased prioritization of discussions surrounding the need to end violence against women and girls. In crisis-affected areas in the Northeast, UN Women's humanitarian programs prioritize survivors of gender-based violence, providing livelihood support for women and their families. The UN Women-supported Nana Khadija Center in Sokoto and the Mirabel Center in Lagos continue to provide shelter medical care, and psychosocial services to survivors of gender-based violence. As we commemorate this year's 16 days of activism, UN Women calls on traditional leaders to create stronger communal systems to reduce the prevalence of violence against women and girls in their areas. The judiciary can enhance the prosecution of offenders to deter potential perpetrators and seek justice for victims and survivors. Governments and development partners should prioritize investment in psychosocial support and economic empowerment for survivors. Collective action is crucial in our efforts to end violence against women and girls. This is the essence of the 16 days of activism. The private sector has also taken the lead in fighting gender-based violence. We have more than 200 private enterprises, including MTN, Guinness, all those big companies, who have adopted our women empowerment principles. And they did not just end there. They decided, the private sector, to set up a fund by themselves, a fund of about $25 million to fight gender-based violence. So as you see, we all have a role to play in ending the prevalence of gender-based violence in our communities. Let us begin today.